Hey, I'm D'Angela.
And I'm David. And we're work spouses. Yep, you heard it right. But not the type that you're thinking of.
We realize you spend more time with people at work than you do with the people you love most.
We're going to discuss the interactions such as the games played at work, building the right and avoiding the wrong relationships. D'Angela and I, we're currently work spouses.
Join us each week as we testify, help, and complain about work in corporate America. Welcome back, co-workers. Hi, David. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
Good.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Happy 3-day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great thing.
The government is off on Monday.
Yeah. So,
For what holiday?
Is it President's Day?
Oh, yeah. That's it. So, we're back.
Yes.
And we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrating our 18th episode.
18, that's a lot.
And the topic for today is Black History. Looking at the progression of African American in the workplace.
Yes. So we're going to see where have we came from
This
in terms
is
of
going to be a very black episode.
Yeah. In terms of lots of different professions and things like that, even just the type of work we were doing in the 60s compared to what we're doing in 2020.
60s.
I mean,
Why do you go back so far? Like, were you born in the 60s?
No, I was not born in the 60s. Right.
So, to get started today, I have a story, and I'm trying to wrap it up, not take too long to tell my story. So, the cocktail of today is called Blood on the Leaves. Does that sound a ring?
It sounds like a song, but yeah.
It is.
That's cool. Okay.
So Blood on the Leaves is an expired song by Billie Holiday, 1939.
Okay.
Strange Fruit.
Strange Fruit.
Yes, and I'm sure you may know like Strange Fruit.
Yeah, Nina Simone performed it as well too.
Yes, Nina Simone, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So this cocktail was inspired because I was looking up, because of our episode.
That's good. Okay, I like where we're going.
Okay, I'm glad you like it. I was inspired by our episode. So what happened was I looked up cocktails, and I came across this young man, Joseph Stinchcomb.
Mm-hmm. Stick him up. Okay.
No, Stinchcomb. I want to get his name right.
Oh.
STINCHCOMB. STINCHCOMB. I think it's STINCHCOMB. Yes.
Yeah.
Joseph STINCHCOMB.
Yes.
He's an African-American male. He's a bartender. And I looked up this cocktail, but there was this lengthy article about him, but it was so good. It was such an amazing article. So this guy, just a little bit about him is that he graduated from the University of Mississippi studying exercise science. He's like the head bartender at this restaurant, St. Leo, in Oxford, Mississippi. And he won the 2019 Smith Fellow Award, which is a Southern Fellows Way Alliance celebration of men and women who life work enriches Southern food culture.
Okay.
And the drink menu he provided at the restaurant referenced hip hop and black history, as he likes to engage his guests in conversation about black bartending history.
Okay.
So this guy is he's amazing with this cocktail. So I reached out to him on Instagram. I found him on Instagram.
Okay.
This is like a lesson of what social media was really created for. I reached out to him on social media and was like, hey, I read this article about you. I sent the article in the DMs and I said, do you happen to have the recipe for this cocktail? Because I can't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I don't think it was really telling me what it was in it on the restaurant site.
Okay.
The menu. So I asked him about it. He sent me the ingredients. Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's so cool. I really appreciate it. This is a great I love how you did these cocktails inspired by, old African-American historic, things. And he said, yeah, so this cocktail in particular, Blood on the Leaves, is again referencing Billie Holiday's 1939 classic of Strange Fruit. If you're not familiar with the song, definitely look it up because that's one of my favorite, actually. It's basically, and the cocktail, so I'm going to go into this cocktail details because his cocktail used rum to invoke the enslavement of Africans in the Caribbean, which is why rum is used. The blood orange symbolizes the exorcism of blackness, and it is consistently desired, for example, in sports, but also forbidden. He chooses pecan. So it came with this. It was all supposed to have. So I'm missing a few of the ingredients, so I'm improvising. But it was also with capriani, I believe the ingredient is, and another organt, which I never heard of before. It's a really sophisticated cocktail. So this is only for a bartender to make. So yeah. So moving on. And he chose these because of like the title. So if you ever heard of James Baldwin, I'm Not Your Negro, have you ever seen that film or play? Because I went to go see the play last year. So he had I'm Not Your Negroni, like the cocktail name. So he has cocktails names that embodies African Americans' experiences or some of African Americans' leaders' titles of books, theater plays, and so forth. But initially, when he did this in the menu in Mississippi, it got a lot of bad press that people were offended, not recognizing that the bartender was black and trying to spark up conversations regarding African American history and our culture. So, which was amazing, completely amazing. So I went through the whole article, read some things, and I just thought it was interesting. And he said, as I quote him, I wanted people to feel how I feel as a black person in America. I didn't want people to get a blueprint. I didn't get a blueprint on this. I wasn't told how to navigate these waters. So that's how his inspired cocktails took place for Black History Month, which they ultimately placed the cocktails back on the menu because at first it got bad press, but they worked it out. It was like 11 days after, and most of his inspired cocktails came from Tom Bullock's, which is author of The Ideal Bartender, which is the first cocktail recipe book published by an African American man. Okay. Yes.
Do you know when? Is there any history on who was like the first bartender?
I don't know. I just know that Tom.
When was it accepted for black men or women to be doing bartending in a public place? I wonder.
Yeah. So this cocktail is inspired by Joseph. STINCHCOMB. STINCHCOMB. I'm saying this wrong. STINCHCOMB. I feel like I'm trying to pronounce each, but it's Joseph STINCHCOMB. It's STINCHCOMB. Joseph STINCHCOMB. And I had to make some modifications because I didn't have all the ingredients, given that we literally were chatting today. He gave me the recipe today. So I couldn't find all the ingredients before the show started tonight. So let's cheers.
Oh, it's already in there. You already made it.
Yeah, I already made it.
All right.
Cheers. I had to since it was so sophisticated. You got to tell me what you think because I'm a little afraid that it's a little strong.
It's fine.
Is it good? Oh, it's really good. Okay. I taste it's Bacardi in here. I don't even taste. It doesn't taste as strong as I thought it would. So I use fresh blood orange.
Got that leaf in there.
Oh yeah, mine's sticking to the side. So I put a little bit of lemon. He said you were supposed to. So I don't think I even talked about it in cocktail. So it was blood on the leaves, 5-ounce organt. I have no idea what that is, guys. 0.25 ounce Capriani, 5 ounces of lime juice, 1 ounce of blood orange juice. And then you shake with all the ingredients, pour over ice, and garnish with a sprig of mint. So that's why the mint leaf is in there. And this is what I brought to show you. This is a blood orange. I'm not sure if you're familiar with blood oranges. I love them.
Yeah, I'm one of my favorite. Blood orange soda.
Oh, blood orange soda. That's it. Okay. I love blood orange cheesecake. So you'll basically squeeze all. It's a very laborious thing, but I love blood orange cheesecake. So moving forward on today's topic, I just wanted to shout him out because I feel like social media was amazing with connecting us and doing all of that, stuff. I wanted to play a little game.
Okay.
I want to start off with a little game since we're so close to Valentine's Day. I know that you mentioned that earlier with us starting the show. And I I love social experiments, right? And there's so many social experiments because people are meeting like their wives and husband and other people in very unconventional ways these days, right? And one, as we're most familiar with, is dating sites, right? You're familiar with dating sites. And I recognized that there was this show that I came across, or at first I came across a YouTube video, and then I came across the actual show on Hulu. And basically, celebrities would take over individuals' dating profiles and swipe for them.
Okay.
So I thought, how cool would it be if David took over my dating profile and swipe?
Okay.
Granted, we're not on camera,
Right.
so no one can see us. But I figured we would talk through it since you probably have never been on a dating site.
I have not been on a dating site in years.
So this would be great opportunity for you to see
what you got to go through.
what I have to go through.
Okay. So that means when I think of swiping, you just basically just judging off of a quick snapshot of their.
Well, no, I'm gonna show you how this works. So you're gonna manage this profile as if it was me.
I manage it like all week, or I manage it
just for like a few minutes.
Okay.
We're only gonna do it for like 2 minutes. We're not gonna.
Okay.
So this
is one guy.
Well, maybe I'm gonna show you my profile first.
Okay.
So this is my profile, and this app in particular, it's called Bumble. So the women, if you match with someone, I will start the conversation. So I have 24 hours to start initiate the conversation, basically, and then they have 24 hours to respond to continue a conversation.
Right.
So
if they don't respond, there's no contact within the 24 hours, then
they go off my list.
Okay. All right, so that means you got to stay active.
I have to respond. I have to initiate for them to respond.
Right.
And then if I don't initiate, they go off my category.
Yeah.
Like they're off the top list of like connecting.
Okay.
So this is my profile.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you read through my profile. So this is a picture of me.
Yeah.
You add pictures. And this in particular, you can choose questions. So it has my name, my age, your profession.
Okay.
You can choose whatever you want. You can edit all these things. So
All right.
I wrote these things. Then Bumble now. So when I was on dating sites, I was on dating site a long time ago and just recently got back on it last year, the end of last year. You can now select these little quantifier things that says, oh, your height, if you're active in working out, your sign, your zodiac sign, your degree level, if you're a drinker, if you socially drink, never drink, so forth. If you're a smoker, if you have pets, do you want kids someday or not? Your religion, and your political reviews.
Okay.
It goes into more, but those are a few.
These are the pictures that people can see.
Yes,
Okay.
and these are and then they have these little questions that you can choose, and you can answer. So I post a maximum amount of pictures and a good range of pictures that I felt.
That's gonna.
So on my profile, you see.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So then let's get to the next part. What's the next?
So
part?
the next part is swiping for the person.
Okay. So then So if I swipe left, that means what? They're moving.
If you swipe left, then that's a no. If you swipe right, then it's a yes. But this is their profile.
Okay.
So this person in particular, they says this is height.
Right.
He's active in working out, his graduate degree, relationships, like what he's looking for. That's what it says.
And that's the same guy.
This is the same. All these pictures here are the same guy.
And how do I get to the next guy? Oh, just saying no.
Yeah, it's that you have to choose.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't really have much of a profile other than just those quantifiers.
I already know. So
okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna let you swipe. So yes. So we didn't read my profile of what it said, but see what does his say? Read what he says. His name is Kevin. He's 35.
35. He's outgoing. Everybody's outgoing. Everybody's a funny guy. Okay. He says he has his own house and cars, not just cars. So
he did
cars. So make sure that you understand that. And he has a fat bulldog. He listens to 80s music and 90s rap, just like everybody.
Okay.
He's saying all the great things.
Right.
I'm a great cook. Okay.
He cooks. Okay. What is his qualified? So I'm always interested in these because his height is on here. He's 6 foot. He works out sometimes. His zodiac sign is an Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't necessarily have a degree because it's his trade or tech school.
Okay.
He drinks socially. He never smokes. He has a dog. He's looking for a relationship, and he wants kids someday.
Yeah. And
I recognize the kids thing. Some people don't have it on there, or does they have don't want more, have want more.
Okay.
So this is implying that he doesn't have kids because he said I want someday.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
I guess you're taking over. So
I am taking over. Oops.
So
okay,
that's a no.
And
next person.
That was an accident. Like left. Okay.
So who is this person? Dre. He's
okay.
34. What does he do? What does it say?
Okay, he's a PR director at sports and entertainment industry.
Okay.
Okay, pros and cons. Got black.
What is it? I can't see
so
that.
his pros is work in sports. He says black don't crack. He says he can do basic salsa.
Okay.
He's a 3 times world cuddling champ. Ooh.
3-time world cuddling. I don't know. I don't want you having that much reputation.
He said he's been around the world.
Who else are you cuddling where you got this medal?
Yeah. 3 times world champ. Okay.
Who deem you?
He's career driven yet unpolished. What does that mean? Career driven yet unpolished.
Unpolished means a little rough around the edges.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's a tad bit nerdy, goofy. Cons are toilet paper and trash bag snob.
Okay. It says, does it say goat? Yeah, that's Game of Thrones. He hates Game of Thrones.
Okay.
That's a no already because I love Game of Thrones, but it's no longer on TV. So carry on.
He's recovering Whole Food addiction.
We'll be back on track. I like Whole Foods too. He's a Whole Foods addict. Okay.
88%. Okay, 88% vegan. Okay.
88.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. ODC flosser.
OCD flosser. What? Okay.
And he said skinny jeans advocate.
Oh no.
Is a rampant sampler. Okay, I like this so far.
So this picture, this picture, he has like a fedora hat on with a white button up and the army fatigue pants. 2 truths and a lie. Learned I was washed. Okay. What? 2 truths and a lie. Learned I was washing clothes with fabric softener. A date broke my toilet and flooded my apartment. Called a friend to help me find the phone I was calling from. Okay, that was 2 truths and a lie. I don't know which one's a lie. He's not bad looking. He's bald. He's bald.
Okay. Oh, what happened?
You just came out of it.
So right is a
yes, and left is a no. Okay.
We'll go right.
All right.
Okay.
That's the next match.
That's a no.
Okay. So David
person.
does that. This is dating in America.
Okay, so this is how you date.
I'm watching him because I don't know who these people he's choosing, guys. I'm just a little concerned.
Okay.
He has no profile. That's a no. Yeah. He didn't take the time to write anything.
Yeah, you're lazy.
Yeah, I don't want that. That's a no.
He's gonna be asking you to plan all the dates.
So while you do that, I'm gonna tell you about, or maybe we should also mix this up with unsolicited advice for D. Back to my segment.
Okay.
So this guy I met on the app here, but we never met in person. And I didn't recognize that he asked me for my social media to verify that I wasn't a catfish. But the entire time he's been following me. So a few weeks ago, he slid in my DMs regarding something that I posted on my stories, right? Mm-hmm. So I said, okay. And as he slid in my DMs, I said, who are you? He said, oh, we met on the site. And I reached out to you. I said, I've never got anything from you on the site. Let me go check. He said, oh, I'm not on there anymore. I said, okay. He said, but if you're still interested, let's hang out when I get back in town. Mm-hmm. I'm going to travel for work. I said, okay. So we exchanged numbers. And I spoke with him when he got back in town. He was like, hey, I want to meet up. You know, what's your schedule like? I was like, well, what day are you thinking? Because you all know I have a pretty active social life. So I'm like, okay, let me see when I'm available. Let's see if we can both kind of, fit into each other's schedules. So he says, well, I'm available Thursday because I might be off. So after communicating with him from the beginning of the week, Thursday come around and he's like, hey, I'm off, but I have errands to run. I'm like, and I told him I was available at 8:30. And I was like, you're going to be running errands till 8:30? So it's just like, I feel accommodating because I gave him the opportunity to, one, take me out after following me on social media like we've met each other and we're friends. Mm-hmm. Secondly, I'm accommodating to your schedule. So his schedule is he travels or something. He does something, with the government where he travels. And his schedule, he has a flex where he can work at 12 and don't get off until like 8 or 9. But I made accommodations to hang out with him on Thursday night late so that it can accommodate him. So he calls me maybe at like 5:30 or so and say, hey, are you busy? I was like, well, yeah, I have obligations every Thursday because we record at 7. He was like, oh, you want to be Joe Budden and podcast, but joking around. I was like, no, this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. So he was like, okay. He was like, I was like, but all right, is 8:30 does not work? He was like, well, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do this. He's going out of town again this Sunday. So I said, well, okay, what do you want to do here? He was like, well, if you can meet up in the next hour or so. I was like, I can't. I just told you I have obligations, So I'm like, what do you want to do? So he's like, well, just let's hang out when I get back. Now, he doesn't leave till Sunday. It's Thursday that he planned on his off day. Like, he was like, hey, I'm off, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. Because I was accommodating to say, let's hang out Wednesday at 9:30, 8, whatever. It's fine. I was accommodating to the late time frame. So I was like, okay. He was like, so yeah, let's hang out when I get back. I said, I'll consider it. How you doing over there, David?
Yeah.
Swiping.
Okay. I stopped at this picture because I don't know why somebody would think that.
Can you swipe?
This
No,
is
that's
flattering.
enough. Can you?
I mean, and this is all that he
That's
gave.
my point. Swipe. Don't even take the time.
Yeah,
But
okay.
this is what we go through.
Right.
This is what we go through.
Like, why would he think that somebody will,
So I feel like if you don't match my level of effort, as you saw, I posted at least 4 pictures to show different sides of me. All of them are by myself. All of them show kind of things that I'm saying. Like, he has nothing. He has kids probably. I don't know what he's looking for. No. He goes to the gym a lot. He got which one isn't?
Boys.
Who is he? No, it's a little. What does the text say?
That's not much.
Texas born and raised. What does it say?
Radiology tech. He's a veteran. He's a gym rat.
Okay. I'm a no. He's not bad looking, but I'm a no. I need some more substance.
Yeah. So I got you 3 in here.
Oh, you do?
Which is good. So we accepted 3, and I think that's a good start.
Yeah. That's because.
But you have to go through 40 or 50.
None of them. You didn't find any matches while you were doing it. So.
How you
so what happens if someone likes me? In this process, then it'll match.
Oh, so once I clicked it, they would have been notified, hey, somebody.
It would have matched. No, so that means they matched with me before I matched with them, and it would have notified me saying that we matched.
But maybe they haven't seen you yet.
Right, but that's basically what took place.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm saying if they saw me and you happen to swipe and we match, that means they saw me and they like me too, and then it would go to a chat. So let me see if I can find somebody where I can show you how it'll match immediately.
Right. Oh.
I'm just really at this point trying to find someone to see. We can unmatch them at any point. I unmatch a lot of people on here because it's don't take too long to send me a message back. I know the app isn't that good with notifications, blah blah blah. But we can move on. That was just me. Yeah. And I guess you should give me an answer to my unsolicited.
To your dilemma or whatever, how you want to phrase it. Yeah, I mean, you seem like your mind is made up because you already said that.
Am I being too harsh?
You're going to consider it, and so that means to me, somebody said, "Well, maybe can we get together next week?" And the lady says, "I consider it." I mean, that means to me that she's not sold on hanging out. So,
okay,
that's kind of like a soft no.
Yeah. I'm at the point where I don't want him to contact me anymore. It was a waste of time for him to reach out to me and say, "Hey, I'm going to hang when I get back in town. Let's hang out." Like he didn't get back in town yesterday, and we said, "Hey, let's hang out." He got back in town.
So
4 days.
So one of the things I wrote, I said, don't let your work spouse get a better gift than your real life partner.
Oh yeah, you sent me that.
Yeah, and that's that's so true for our audience. Yeah, this work spouse thing, we talk about it. It is a real thing. You work with someone and you guys slowly start catching feelings or something like that. Or it could be, just all friendship, but one of the members of the party catches feelings and you just start doing extra stuff to let them know that you're considering them, that you're thinking of them. But never, even if you got the work spouse and you're playing around, things like that, never get them a gift that's better than your real partner. Because a lot of times it's work spouse stuff. It's just a game. It's just a lot of times the girl's not serious or the guy's not serious or whatever the case may be.
I'm not sure that there will be someone that get their work spouse a better gift than their spouse or the secret admirer or the current boyfriend or the dating partner. Like, how is that possible?
It's whoever that's serving the party the best. Sometimes it goes like that, and it's not just guys, getting girls gifts. It could be girls getting guys gifts. Hey, I know you had your eye on this watch, and I know you had this eye on this watch.
That's a pretty fancy gift.
Yeah. And, I just want to show my little appreciation. I appreciate you looking out for me at work and things like that. And that's a dangerous gift to receive. I wouldn't want to. I don't suggest playing that game.
I don't even know how you would go home and explain that gift.
Oh, guys would lie.
And say,
it was a raffle at work.
Oh, a raffle.
Guys would lie. They would make up anything. Oh yeah, it was a raffle at work. I won it. Oh, my boss gave it to me. They gave it to everybody in the group. We completed this project. Guys will make up anything, to get that.
Interesting.
Pressure off.
I don't think I've had a work spouse give me anything at work.
That's good.
I think if it was something which is like, got me lunch that day, purchased lunch for me, something small like that.
Even my non-work spouses, like if it's like their birthday, I might buy them coffee. So I'm like, hey, it's your birthday, blah, blah.
Yep. Same.
But, Valentine's Day is more a romantic holiday. And
it is.
Either you stay secluded into yourself or
never.
Are you express that to the people that you
I'm always going to hang
have
out.
Feelings for.
I believe in Valentine's Day is not just for couples. It's about love. So you can love yourself. You can love your friends. You can love your sister. You can love your mother. You can love your dad. So just express love to those people. I mean,
okay, right.
It don't necessarily have to be like romantic love.
that is interesting because I guess I always saw it as, well, not when I was a kid. When I was a kid, you bring candy to the whole class. That's what I did.
Well, that's because America has made you believe that it's only for a secret admirer or a lover or something like that.
You can express it to everyone. But
absolutely.
But when you think about it, you just think about the Cupid. You just think about 101.
I know, but I don't. Well, I guess the way I was raised, my mom would always make my sister and I a little basket or give us like a little gift. So it would be like little trinkets and stuff in there and maybe a scarf or some socks or some candy. It was always something in there that expressed, hey, love you guys, like that.
Yeah.
And that was from my mom, so.
So before we dive more into the topic, so the topic, like we said, is Black History Month, and we're talking about the progression of African Americans in the workplace. Black History Month, I do want to talk about, what are some of your favorite black things? So let's go through a list of the favorite
you tell me.
Black things for David
you list them
and
you tell me.
Okay. Your favorite black couple?
Don't have one. You go.
You
I told you list them and tell me. Ooh. I'll insert myself when I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of popular, but I mean, honestly, I don't even know too much about this couple other than I like the accountability and the inclusion and
Will and Jada.
No.
Oh, who?
It's actually Denzel and his wife.
Oh, Paula.
Yeah, Paulette.
Paulina.
Yeah. Paulina.
I thought it was
Paulette.
Paul.
No, yeah, I'm thinking of somebody else. It might be Paula, but
Don't even quote me.
Yeah, whatever.
But I know it's Paula.
Yeah,
something like that.
P Mama.
Oh yeah, they have been together for a while.
They've been together for a while.
No, you're right. I saw him quote something.
Right.
So I'm gonna take your answer.
Yeah, I like them because then it's no drama. It's they have their kids and.
Okay, I'm not gonna take your answer. I take that back.
Okay, so then who you gonna go with?
I'm gonna go with I like that answer.
Okay,
but I'm gonna go with only because with popularity at the moment, I'm gonna say Will and Jada.
Okay.
The fact that Jada has a whole entire show, right?
Yeah.
And not even that, more so her. The fact that Will takes accountability, because what you said rang true to me when you said they take the accountability that they take and the maturity basically as a couple. I am loving how they are taking accountability and not more so Will Smith outwardly expressing how he has matured throughout the relationship with his lack of accountability and how he has grown. That is something that and for men that you don't see often, that I am really like, thank you. Make it okay, Will, to talk about these things. Make it okay for people to exude this type of behavior in their relationship that they want to last. Because he didn't have to, because he's been divorced before. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
So he's on his second marriage.
Yeah, and I can understand why you can admire that couple. And just because of the you're more about seeing the whole story, even from the imperfect.
Well, I only know what they show me.
Get better.
That's why I don't think I have, like as we all discovered last week, I don't really have favorites.
Right.
But what they have shown and exuded from what I've seen from the show and her interviewing him or them having conversations about certain things, I recognize that they had to do a lot of deep soul searching for self. And I think people forget that you have to first work on you before you can actually and be honest with yourself before you actually can go into a relationship and allow someone to be honest and critique you, which we've discussed before about critique. So that's all. But I don't really think any celebrity relationship is the relationship goals because I don't know what they went through.
We really don't know. Okay, so favorite black movie?
Favorite black woman?
Movie.
Oh, black movie.
Yeah.
Love Jones.
Okay.
Oh, I love Love Jones. Oh, no, wait, because I love Brown Sugar, too. Oh, my gosh. That's hard.
It is hard.
That's why I don't have favorites. See? This is exactly why I don't have favorites.
It is hard.
Both of them are different in their own way.
Yeah, and it depends what mood you're feeling.
And then, like, Love and Basketball.
Comedy, you want,
what about you? It's a lightning round. You got to get it. We're going to get it quick here.
Okay, I do like Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
Oh, Mo Better Blues. Oh, wait. I do like Spike Lee. Oh, wait. Yeah. I got to go back.
Nope. Okay. Next. Favorite black actor, actress.
You go. I don't know. I am rooting for everybody black.
Yeah. Okay. Black history. Okay.
The new, the old, the middle, and in between.
I mean, of course, Denzel's always up there. I mean, talented. I think Jamie Foxx is very talented.
Okay. I didn't want to cut you off.
Actress.
I've been watching this, just quickly, this Netflix show.
Which one?
Called They Have to See Us.
Oh, yes. I love it. Okay.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. So I don't know if you all saw it. It's on Netflix. It's called They Have to See Us. And it's going through the progression of black people inserting themselves into theater roles and films and on television, starting with what was it? With Sidney Poitier? No, it was
before Sidney Poitier.
Who was it?
It was
gosh, I can't remember.
Even Harry Belafonte.
But Harry Belafonte, that's who it was. And I didn't recognize that he was in the movie with Dorothy Dandridge and how certain things were just an influx. So it just, if you have not seen it, check it out. It's such a great Netflix documentary, especially with the narrator. Who's the narrator guy? I kept trying to figure out the guy with the big eyes and the hat on. He was the superhero in this movie that I watched, and I cannot remember the name of the show.
Who was narrating?
He was like the black superhero. Do you remember? But no, don't. I don't want you to think too much about it. I want to carry on.
Okay. Yeah. So, So, actress.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite black actress?
I don't have favorites, David. I told you, you gotta do this. I don't have favorites. I told you I'm rooting for everyone black.
Actress.
I can say right now, my favorite black actress. Is it just actress, not actor?
I already said actor.
Oh.
What actor do you have?
I don't know. I'm gonna think about it more. You go while you do that. I'm gonna come up with something. I promise.
We always like Angela Bassett, but who else?
Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Yes,
but,
I love
there's
Angela
some other,
Bassett.
younger, talented ones.
Right now, Issa Rae is killing the game.
Issa Rae is good. Even what's her name?
Lakeith.
No, what's her name? From How to Get Away with Murder. What's her name?
Kerry Washington.
No, not Carrie. The other one.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
Oh, Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Yeah.
Sorry.
She's seasoned. Yeah, she's very seasoned and good.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
She's amazing. I love how she's versatile. Oh, you know what? I'm going to name one just for right now. Olivia Spencer. She has been doing an amazing job. I have watched this Apple TV show called... Oh, I can't remember. Oh, my gosh. No, I can't remember. I'm so upset. But it's about this. She has a podcast where she uncovers murder mysteries. And she recognized she made a mistake and swayed a murder mystery. So she goes back and try to fix it. But it caused this uproar of like craziness. And it has a guy from, what's the movie back in the day? Soul Food.
Okay.
Lenny, who was like cheating on his wife with the family friend. Remember that when they caught her? It has him and it has her husband.
Names, right.
I know I can't remember that. We got to do better with knowing our black names. That's our challenge for Black History Month. Yeah. So if you have not watched it, guys, you got to check it out. It's so good. The plot is amazing and everything.
Yeah. I apologize because I normally know the names.
I expected to lean on you, and I see that you're not.
How about favorite black music artist?
Oh, I don't have a favorite. I love so many. So right now, my favorite black music artist, I'm going to say her. Okay. I really like her.
Yeah, I mean,
because I really want to see her in concert. I want to see her live.
Okay.
So maybe that's why. She's on the top of my list right now.
Okay. This is hard.
Come on. Frontal lobe. Quickly. Make it quick.
Well, if we're going with, I go with Usher.
Okay, Usher.
Yeah, he's versatile.
USHER.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Is that it?
Okay. Top show of all time. Favorite black show of all time. Yeah, top show.
That's hard. Favorite black show.
Either black writer or we're talking about black predominantly.
Right now, I'm going to say Blackish.
Okay. I think for me, even though it wasn't all black people, but Living Color, I like a Living Color.
Oh, now we're talking about like 90s. Like, yeah. Those are some great Living Color.
Okay, favorite black athlete.
You know better.
Oh,
I don't got.
Okay, my top two, of course, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant and Serena Williams.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Serena. Yeah. Yes. All of them. I'm telling you, everybody black I like. Okay.
Okay, so so we're talking about, like I said, the black progression in the workplace, and the reason why it means a lot because you always see like YouTube and we talk about advantages that other cultures have over African Americans, and we're talking about the start point. Okay. The start point of when were black people able to make money, when were black people able to get certain jobs, able to be benefit of this American
considered
dream.
Counted for,
correct.
Acknowledged.
Right. So in the grand scheme of things, like without, even if we took a deeper dive, let's say if in the 60s or let's say in the 40s or 60s, 40s, 50s. Let's
say, I'm starting to think you're a historian now.
You were only black people were only considered. Hey, you can only be like a librarian, or you can.
I see.
You can only do these blue collar jobs.
Yep.
So therefore, the amount of money that you can make, and even though you do the same blue collar jobs as your counterparts,
white counterparts,
you're going to get your counterparts. Okay. You're definitely going to get not the same wage grade.
You're
not
going to
get the same wage grade. Okay. So when we talk about advantages and getting ahead, so it's like if I can sit next to a coworker that's the same age as me and she can say her grandmother was a college professor, I can't say that because it weren't even allowed for my grandmother to be a college professor. Therefore, it's easy to say, hey, you should be ahead. If we look at it like that, you should be ahead. Your family should be ahead of me because you had an advantage of from the start point.
Okay.
So so tying this together. So we're talking about the type of jobs that black people have, and we know that black people have been inventors and things like that of lots of different tools and resources and things that we use. They we have had black people that went to the moon as well,
Yes.
and that black physicians and black people who have created, heart pacemakers and things like that, and just has
Hair care products.
contribute to technology, contribute to the society growing and to where it is right now. So, low hanging fruit. Okay, we barely had our first. We barely had our first black president.
Barack Obama,
just in
44.
Just in 2008, barely had our first black Secretary of State, Colin Powell.
Do I need to remind you that we're still working on a lot of first black things?
Right.
Like, that's what's so crazy. We're in the 21st plus century, and we're still working on a lot of first black things.
Correct.
That's crazy.
They said in Virginia, they had their first black.
Virginia.
Yeah, which Virginia which is just next door. Their first black, I think, was senator or governor in the 90s. Yeah.
So with that, I want to ask you: do you think there has been much progression for African American within the workforce?
Great question. So then it goes down to what profession are we talking about?
Nope, that wasn't my question.
Okay, what's the question again?
My question was, David, do you think that there was much progression for African Americans in the workforce today?
Today?
Well, I added today.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's not
there.
Yeah, it's not there.
So you're saying that it's progressing.
It has progressed, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But it has progressed from the 40s and 50s for sure, or 60s.
And it has progressed even from 2000 to 2020.
You think? Okay, so.
Okay, in the last 20 years, I would think so, yeah.
I agree a percentage. I feel like there has been significant changes to the American workforce for African Americans, but I also feel like they have been basically honed and moved and directed into a different area of things that haven't been progressive. For instance, like how black people experience a work environment indirectly. So we have to go into a work environment switching up so that we won't receive the generalization or the stigma of being you acting black.
Okay.
So I feel like black people have had to make the adjustments versus America making the adjustments to talk about racial biases.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't think that is, I feel like there are really small percentages of progression because the only people who are aware are black people, not others. And I was reading this article today, and it talked about that. So it was stating how, and if you all have listened to our other episodes before where I talk about equality and women, just as I stated about women equality, like the men have to champion for the women, I feel it's the same way with black equality. Like more people of different ethnic backgrounds, not just of color, but mainly white Americans have to champion for black people because they have to help change the narrative. We will always champion for ourselves, but we need the others to champion for us too. And it's not that many others championing as much for us as we're championing for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have the issue. It's not really us. The issue is with the others.
Right.
So in the article, they was talking about how among black employees who don't feel that they can discuss racial biases, is 36% say they can't bring their whole selves to work.
Yes.
21% plan to leave their companies within a year, and 13% feel disengaged because of workplace biases. I'm just going to quickly list the six so we can, and then we can.
I want to unpack that.
Okay. Yes, I want you to. That's why I want to give you some more details. So, in the article outlined 6 things, which I thought was spot on, and I'm going to put this in the show notes, guys, because this is I thought this article, which is from Harvard Business School .ed, I'm going to put this in the show notes. And one is encourage employees to talk about race. Number one. I'm just going to list them first, and then we're going to go back, right, and dissect, because I feel like we're going to already talk about this. 2, help white colleagues contribute to the race conversation. 3, tackle cystic inequality starting with corporate culture, meaning many companies create a diverse or inclusion program, but they don't recruit the same, like those type of people.
Yeah.
4, keep confronting racist bias in hiring. Like it's not enough diversity in the office of the people that are hired. 5, support employees so that they can be themselves. Like don't allow, basically not saying they don't have to come in there and be of a different culture because they're not that culture that you want to exude. 5, 6, be mindful of the mini-me phenomenon in managers. Meaning like, this is a mini-me, so you only hone into these people that are like you in an environment. So going back to, those are the 6.
Okay.
And we can unpack those 6. And the first one was encouraging employees to talk about race. For me, I am never afraid to talk about race. Never. And I don't even use the word never if you know me. Never is one of those words that I feel like you have to say if it only has happened. Like, or like you can't say it if it haven't happened yet.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm always going to encourage the conversation with those. And if you feel uncomfortable, you feel uncomfortable. That's not my problem. But I'm always going to have that conversation about race because I'm a person first.
Yeah. Okay, there was something else that you said. Okay, what was number 2?
Number 2 was help white colleagues contribute to the race conversation, which is what I explained before. Right. Like we need to have more conversations with the others.
I think, it goes back to the initial statement, the first statistic that you read about not feeling comfortable, like 32% feel like they can't bring their full
themselves.
Self. Right, and that's the part that I want to unpack.
Okay.
Because, I can understand that. Okay,
Tell me.
You work in a corporate America and, as a black man or black woman, you feel like, okay, when you go to work, you can't really be exactly who you are. Where are we saying? I think, like I have my friend James, he was telling me that, a lot of times that the standard practice and the standard bar has, who made that bar? Who made that bar?
Who met it?
Who made the bar?
Oh, the bar that everyone's quote unquote supposed to meet.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's no one in particular, or
black people didn't make the bar.
Well, black people was. I was going to say
make the bar.
I was going to say European Americans or white Americans.
Who said, okay, this is the way you act at work. This is what's best. This is the culture. This is the professional. This is the language that you use at work. Not black people.
Yep.
Who said like this? Of 80% out of 100 is good, or 7% is to see like who created the whole scale
of what you're supposed to adhere to.
Right.
It wasn't black people.
It wasn't black people. So
my point exactly.
So we know that. So
this is white America. Like this is white culture that we're integrated into. This is not black culture, because as soon as you try to integrate black people into black culture, it's almost shunned upon, or it's only black culture and trendy and fun until a white person takes on the black culture as their own and then profit off of it, or like do something like with the braids.
Right.
Like you see white women in braids and like, oh, this cool. Like we've been wearing braids all our lives. You didn't get this out of thin air,
Right. Yeah. So it's like until you are at the table, the decision-making table.
Yes.
And that's why, we always say, black people need to get to ownership, whether it's in your corporate America, whether it's in sports, whatever. But it's about being at the decision-making table where you can shape the perspective of others.
Yes.
And I think...
But you said decision-making table. Who? You meaning like at a executive level?
At an executive level, at ownership level, at part owner. That's when, you know what? We don't have to run our organization this way. Or we saying that this level right here is good, but it's actually subpar.
Right.
You guys just said it was good, but we have this group of people that are doing it at this level. And so let me make it a little more plain.
Okay.
So we always talk about, black people that we're good at sports, we're good at entertainment, we're good at things like that. A lot of times we feel like we have to do above and beyond to get the job. We have to do double the work. We have to
twice as hard,
things like that, just to be considered, just because of the stereotypes and the stigmas that come along with it. But even like in sports, and I know you don't like talking sports, but we
I don't have a problem. I just don't know it.
We think that okay, if you're playing football, if you're a wide receiver, if you run a 4.4, that's good. But we have some black people that are running 4.2s, black people running 4.3s. Deion Sanders running 4.1. But who said that bar was 4.4 was good?
Right.
It was white people. So it's like we can actually do things at a higher rate sometimes.
No, we it's not what we can. We have. See, what has happened is that every bar that has not been set by us have been achieved. And then what you keep doing is raising the bar to keep us out. It's like a gatekeeper situation. Like you're like, oh, I'm going to do this to keep them out. And then you realize, oh, I couldn't keep them out of that gate. Let me keep raising let me keep building a higher gate so that they can't come across or can't get through. It's like it's qualifications basically. So you say, oh, they possibly can't get their degrees.
Yeah.
Look, how many people have degrees now that are black, now that education is open for everyone to obtain? Granted, there's still barriers within all, and that's what I mean by like workplace progression. In every segment of, and I don't want to say it like it's white America, but it's like you said with the standard, black people didn't set their standard. No. So the fact that we're trying to meet a standard that we did not set is because someone else set it for us.
That's the point.
But the point is that although you set these standards and say this we cannot get until we achieve this, we have proven and shown we can do the same things just as you. So all that they can do is make things more difficult for people of color, not just black, but given that we're talking about Black History Month, black people, is to make it more difficult for them. Getting business loans to become entrepreneurs, becoming executives by not allowing them to have the opportunities that others have, not having the conversations with them on whatever trade secrets or whatever that is. They're deliberately keeping black people from excelling, in those rooms and conversations, from excelling or surpassing them.
Right.
That's the fear, us surpassing them.
Right. And the thing about it, and I think the conversation is always like, we're not looking for, it's not about us trying to get ahead. It's just, we just want the fair shot.
Exactly.
That's it. That's
exactly. That's the thing. Like, I think a lot of people think that black people want to get ahead, but there's no difference than,
and do everything.
Yeah, it's no difference than you wanting that for the best of yourself too. That if you're not black, and that's why for me, it's like to continue to confront racial biases, like. And I'm going through that now, like with, my previous employer. Like, it's like you cannot just treat someone this way because you choose to do so.
Let me ask you something. So when you filled out an application, whether it was school or whether it was for a loan, whether it was for employee, and they ask about the demographics, and they say, you could share your race, yes or no. What is your normal practice? And
it's funny that you asked that because I have to figure out how relevant it is to the application process or whatever I'm filling out. Okay. I do not fill out my race in a lot of applications that ask me for it.
And why
because
is that?
My point is like, why do you need this information?
Okay.
What is this going to do?
Because we think that, they want the information for their statistical data for them to say, okay, we have interviewed this amount, or we have this amount of
invite
people,
me and have a conversation, then you can get my data.
Right. So is there a fear? So the question is there a fear of disclosing that information that therefore you're not going to be treated fairly?
No.
If they know. Okay.
No. I don't. It's not a fear for me. It's just a fact of like, why exactly do you need this information?
Yeah.
You should ask me. And it's an option. That's the thing. It's an option. So I don't answer because it's an option.
Yeah.
And if they ask me to answer, I say other.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to share like 2 more stats. It's Black History Month. And I just thought this was interesting.
I'm all ears.
I thought it was interesting because, and I just wonder, is this a coincidence or not? Okay. So, and the first black music or dance recognition or performance or Grammy. So it was in 1958. First black male Grammy Award winner, Count Basie. You may know he does big jazz and things like that. got the first Grammy for a black person, as well as the same year, 1958, was Ellen Fitzgerald, 1958, for winning. So then it just made me think like, okay, so that's the first time they got a Grammy. We know that the first time, the second African American male to get a Grammy, which was Denzel, and first female was Halle Berry, and both of them were 2001. I just think that's a coincidence that the first time was for male and female African American was in 58, and first time for it was second time really, but first time for male and female and Oscars was Halle Berry and Denzel in 2001. It's like almost like, oh, this is your year. We're going to go ahead and just give you guys your stuff that year. I just thought that was interesting.
Okay.
But
yes, it's still first. I told you, still first.
Yeah. There's still a lot of firsts, and like even my mom. I know she I remember growing up in high school, and there was another high school called Cajon, and they said, "Oh, your mom's picture's in the library." I said, "Oh,
okay."
I said, "Why is it
pretty
in the library?"
popular lady?
I said, "Why is it in the library?" She was the first black cheerleader at our high school. So it's
first black cheerleader at our high school. My God.
So it's still a lot of like I said, it's a lot
history is coming a long way when
even
it comes
like
to
the Olympics and things like that. I know gymnastics. Everything is still just
first.
Still first.
Yeah.
Which means it's good.
Yeah.
But then it also means okay, we're still barely clawing and climbing up. For competition, for consideration, because sometimes it's not even about they just didn't get a chance to even get qualified because they weren't considered, they weren't invited,
and that's why that was. So I have a question. Do you think, with all these firsts happening, and we're still, of course, have a lot of diversity and a lot of adversity to overcome with when it comes to first things such as Oscars, Grammys, certain things that we're being, slated from. We're not really gaining recognition for it. Do you think that maybe they're allowing, quote unquote, the first to make people feel like, oh, we're getting it, and then pulling back?
Right. I mean,
it's almost like dangling a carrot and saying, here you go, your first.
Yeah, here's 10 years.
Here's Simone Biles. Here's the first gymnastic black female who's doing da-da-da. And then next year is like, nope.
Yeah, and who knows?
We're just going to show you that we can just give you this when we're ready.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take it back from you when we decide we're no longer on that train.
Right. I mean, who knows? Because it's so tricky. Because even when you said just about, getting loans and things like that, we talk about the gentrification and how that process and how all those things is just a trick in a bigger scheme, in a bigger pot that's being cooked. And if they're not even if they're snubbed on even getting in the Final Four, then we won't even know.
I have the most perfect solution on how we can fix America.
Oh, okay.
But it's never going to happen.
And
I'm saying never in hopes that I get proven wrong at some point, even if it's my great-great-grandkids. They can turn the 40 acres and a mule into dollar values and allow us to create generational wealth as they have for European Americans. And we might be able to get ahead. Because we don't have generational wealth because we were never granted that. Everyone who has generational wealth owned a plantation and had slaves at some point in America. We didn't own a plantation and have slaves. We were left for nothing. We were like, okay, you're free. Okay, you're no longer enslaved, but there's no resources for you.
Yeah.
There's no education for you until your great. There's still some people who are being like the first person to go to college in their family, like in the 21st century. Like, think about that. You know what I mean? Slavery was like, what, how many years ago? Like, so it's like, how do you expect black people to gain the same lifestyle or advantage when you didn't allow them to have the same competitive edge with resources?
Yeah, not the same starting point. Yeah. So even though, like I said, we discuss some of the issues, but there are some victories and things that to celebrate.
Small victories. We celebrate small victories.
Yeah, and everything is, like I said, it's not about the sports and entertainment, that things that we are notable good at, but some of it is.
There's women in tech. There's people.
Engineering.
Black,
there's lots
women
of different
and men.
Things, teaching, professors.
In every profession that there is an African American.
Yeah.
It's just not acknowledged.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. We're going to continue on this Black History for the rest of the month.
Rooting for everyone Black, guys. Until next time, coworkers.
Okay.
Email us. That's all for today's episode of Work Spouse.
We would love for you to subscribe and leave a review. We welcome all feedback.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at WorksPousePod or email us with any questions at thyworkspouse@gmail.com. That's thyworkspouse@gmail.com. Also, don't forget to subscribe for updates on future shows. Until next time, coworkers.